Living on less than $2,000 a month can feel like trying to squeeze water from a stone, especially when prices seem to go up every time you blink. But here's the thing. Millions of people do it, and not just by pinching every penny until it screams. They survive, and sometimes even thrive, thanks to a handful of clever frugal habits. Today, we're diving into 6 low-income frugal habits that can help you stretch a modest income further than you ever thought possible. So whether you're working with a tight budget or just looking to be more intentional with your money, let's break it all down. No jargon, no boring lectures, just real-world explanations you can actually use. First up, we have the habit of tracking every dollar. That might sound tedious, but here's why it works. When you know exactly where your money is going, you're in the driver's seat. Most people think their biggest expenses are rent or groceries, but often it's the little things that add up. Those daily coffees, random online purchases, or the streaming subscriptions you barely use. Frugal people at any income level, but especially those living on less, get into the habit of writing down, or better yet, using a free app to track every single expense. Once you see the full picture, you start noticing patterns. Maybe you're dropping $50 a month on late-night food deliveries, or you realize you're paying for a gym you haven't visited since last winter. Tracking isn't about guilt. It's about giving yourself the power to make changes. It's like having a map when you're lost. The first step to getting where you want is figuring out where you are. Second on our list is mastering the art of meal planning and cooking at home. Eating out or grabbing convenience food is a budget killer. No surprise there, but even basic home cooking can get expensive if you're not careful. The real frugal trick is planning your meals based on what's on sale and what's already in your kitchen. It's not about eating rice and beans every night, unless you love rice and beans. It's about looking at the grocery flyers, checking what's in season, and building your meals around those deals. And here's a pro tip. Leftovers are your friend. When you cook, double the recipe and freeze half for those nights when you're tempted to order in. Over time, this habit can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year. Plus, you'll probably eat healthier too. Now, let's talk about transportation. If you're living on less than $2,000 a month, car payments and gas can eat up a scary chunk of your income. That's why frugal folks get creative with how they get around. Maybe it's biking to work, carpooling with friends, or mastering the art of public transportation. If you absolutely need a car, it doesn't have to be new or even close to new. The key is finding something reliable and cheap to maintain. And if you're in a city, ask yourself if you really need a car at all. Between buses, trains, and ride shares, you might find you can get everywhere you need with a little planning, and the savings on insurance, repairs, and gas can be huge. Plus, walking and biking are free workouts, so you can cancel that unused gym membership too. The fourth habit is embracing the second-hand life. Thrift stores, online marketplaces, and community buy-nothing groups are gold mines for people trying to stretch a small budget. Need a new winter coat? Try a thrift shop before hitting the mall. Looking for furniture? Check out local classifieds or ask around. You'd be surprised how often people are giving away perfectly good stuff just to clear space. And it's not just about things you need. Frugal folks also sell or trade things they no longer use. That old blender collecting dust? Someone else might pay for it or swap it for something you actually need. Living secondhand isn't just cheaper. It's better for the planet, and it can even be fun once you get to the hunt for treasures. Next up, cutting recurring expenses to the bone. The less you have going out automatically every month, the more control you have over your money. Take a close look at your subscriptions and monthly bills. Do you really need all those streaming services, or could you rotate them one at a time? Are you paying for a giant phone plan when you could switch to a cheaper one with less data? Internet bills, insurance, utilities? Call and ask for better rates, or shop around for deals. And here's a smart move. Set a reminder to review these bills every few months. Companies count on us forgetting and just paying without thinking. But frugal people know that a quick phone call can sometimes save $10, $20, or more every month. Over a year, those little tweaks really add up. Last but definitely not least, frugal people find free and low-cost ways to have fun. When money is tight, it's easy to feel left out or think you can't have a social life. But there are tons of ways to enjoy yourself without spending big. Check out community events, free museum days, local parks, Or host a potluck dinner with friends instead of eating out. Libraries aren't just for books. They offer free movies, workshops, and even tools or musical instruments you can borrow. If you love movies, see if your city has outdoor screenings in the summer. The point is, fun doesn't have to be expensive, and making memories with people you care about can be priceless. Let's take these 6 habits and see how they actually play out in real life. Imagine someone named Alex working a retail job, bringing home about $1,800 a month after taxes. Rent, utilities, and basic expenses eat up most of that. If Alex doesn't watch every dollar, the budget gets tight, fast. But by tracking spending, Alex notices that $70 a month is going to food deliveries. By cooking at home, using meal plans, and buying groceries based on sales, that number drops to $20, saving $50 right away. Instead of paying for a car, Alex bikes to work or takes the bus, saving hundreds in car payments, gas, and insurance. When the weather turns cold, Alex finds a great winter coat at a thrift store for $15 instead of $80 new. By reviewing monthly bills, Alex cancels a few unused subscriptions and switches to a cheaper phone plan, freeing up another $40 a month. And when Alex wants to hang out with friends, they organize game nights or meet at the park instead of pricey restaurants. Suddenly, living on less than $2,000 a month doesn't seem impossible. It's just a different way of doing things. Here's the bottom line. Being frugal isn't about deprivation or never having fun or feeling guilty about every purchase. It's about making intentional choices so your money goes where you want it to, instead of just disappearing. When you're living on a low income, these habits aren't just nice. They're necessary survival skills. But the secret is, they work for everyone, at any income level. The difference is, when you have less, you see the benefits faster. Every dollar saved isn't just a number. It's peace of mind, less stress, and more freedom. To wrap up, let's quickly recap these 6 frugal habits. 1. Track every dollar. Know exactly where your money's going so you can plug the leaks. 2. Meal plan and cook at home. Build meals around what's cheap and in season and embrace leftovers. 3. Get creative with transportation. Walk, bike, carpool, or take public transit to slash costs. 4. Embrace the secondhand life. Buy used, sell what you don't need, and hunt for bargains. 5. Cut recurring expenses. Cancel, negotiate, and shop around to keep those monthly bills low. 6. Find free fun. Enjoy community events, nature, and low-cost hangouts instead of expensive outings. Adopting even a few of these habits can make a world of difference, especially if you're working with a tight budget. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent, creative, and willing to try new things until you find what works for you. Over time, these small changes add up, and you might just find that you're not just surviving. You're actually enjoying the challenge of making your money go further. Remember, money isn't just about numbers. It's about giving yourself options, reducing stress, and building the life you want, even if you're starting with less. So whether you're living on $2,000 a month or just trying to be more mindful, these frugal habits can help you take control of your finances and make the most of every dollar. Keep decoding the economics of your everyday life, and you'll be surprised at how far you can go.